Welcome back to Soil Sorcery Studio. I'm thrilled to have you here today because we're about to unlock one of the most transformative secrets in the gardening world, a practice that separates thriving gardens from merely surviving ones. If you've ever wondered why some gardeners seem to coax healthier plants, richer harvests, and more resilient gardens year after year, today you'll discover the answer. What if I told you that the key to a healthier, more productive garden next spring isn't what you plant, but what you plant right now as fall settles in? Get ready to uncover the ultimate secret to continuous soil vitality with fall cover crops. This overlooked practice will not only protect your precious garden's soil, but also transform its resilience and boost future growth in ways you never thought possible. Let's dive in. Here's something most gardeners believe that simply isn't true. When winter arrives and the frost sets in, your garden goes to sleep. Your soil becomes inert. It stops working. It's just there, waiting passively for spring to arrive. This is perhaps the biggest misconception in gardening, and it's costing you tremendous potential. The truth is far more exciting. Your soil is never truly dormant. It's actually teeming with life and activity, even when temperatures plummet. However, there's a critical distinction to understand: bare soil during winter is exposed, vulnerable, and largely unproductive. It loses precious nutrients through erosion, its structure degrades, and the microbial communities that make your soil fertile struggle to thrive. But here's where the magic happens. When you cover your soil with fall cover crops, you're not putting it to sleep. You're keeping it awake, active, and growing in ways that will astonish you come spring. Picture a barren winter garden, soil exposed to harsh winds and heavy rains, its structure breaking down, nutrients washing away, microbial life diminishing. Now contrast that image with a vibrant cover-cropped bed, green growth emerging from the soil roots, penetrating deeper into the earth, life flourishing beneath the surface even in cold months. The difference isn't subtle, it's profound. This is the moment we begin to reveal why so many successful gardeners swear by this practice. Fall cover crops are nature's gift to gardeners who understand their value. Also called green manure or soil-building crops, these are plants you sow specifically to improve your soil rather than to harvest and eat. They're the unsung heroes that work tirelessly through the winter months, performing miracles beneath the soil surface that will astound you when spring arrives. The beauty of fall cover crops lies in their simplicity and accessibility. Unlike some advanced gardening techniques, these aren't exotic plants or complicated processes. Common fall cover crops like winter rye, hairy vetch, crimson clover, field peas, and tillage radish are affordable, readily available from seed suppliers, and remarkably easy to grow. Many gardeners can find them at their local garden centers or order them online with minimal fuss. Planting is straightforward. You simply broadcast the seeds over your empty beds after harvesting your summer crops, rake them in lightly, and water. That's it. You've begun the transformation. Here's where the real secret reveals itself. While the visible plant tops might appear dormant during winter cold snaps, something extraordinary is happening underground. The root systems of cover crops continue to grow throughout the fall and into early winter, burrowing deeper into your soil and creating an intricate network of pathways and channels. These roots aren't just sitting there, they're actively feeding an entire underground ecosystem of microorganisms. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and countless other microscopic life forms depend on the exudates, or the sugars and compounds, that root systems release. The cover crop essentially serves as a life support system, sustaining the microbial communities that form the very foundation of soil health and fertility. To truly appreciate the fall cover crop secret, you need to understand what's occurring in the soil during the winter months. Imagine, zooming down into the soil with a microscope and observing the intricate dance of life happening in darkness and cold. This is where cover crops demonstrate their transformative power. When cover crop roots extend through your soil, they create what soil scientists call root channels, pathways that improve soil structure, drainage, and aeration. These channels allow water to infiltrate more effectively and allow future plant roots to penetrate more easily come spring. Additionally, as these root systems grow, they release organic compounds that feed soil microorganisms. In return, these microbes break down organic matter and create soil aggregates, clusters of soil particles bound together by microbial secretions. These aggregates are the building blocks of healthy soil structure, improving both water retention and nutrient availability for your future plants. Nitrogen fixation represents another miraculous transformation happening in cover crop soil. Leguminous cover crops such as hairy vetch, crimson clover, and field peas form symbiotic relationships with specialized bacteria in the soil. These bacteria colonize the plant roots and perform an almost magical feat. They convert atmospheric nitrogen into a form that plants can actually use. By spring, when you terminate your cover crop and work it into the soil, you've essentially manufactured free, organic fertilizer. Compare this to a bare plot of soil that has been slowly losing nitrogen throughout winter through leaching and erosion. The difference in fertility is, honestly, staggering. Winter erosion protection represents yet another critical benefit occurring unseen. A bare, exposed garden bed is highly vulnerable to wind and heavy rain. Valuable topsoil and nutrients are washed away or blown away, never to be recovered. The living root systems of cover crops anchor the soil in place, dramatically reducing erosion and preserving the fertile upper layers that sustain your future plants. Soil that would have been severely degraded by winter weather remains intact and vibrant, ready to support vigorous spring growth. When spring arrives and you observe your cover-cropped beds compared to those left bare, you'll witness a dramatic difference that makes the minimal fall effort feel like the best investment you've ever made. Gardens maintained with fall cover crops display noticeably richer, darker soil, a visual indicator of improved organic matter and microbial activity. This superior soil structure translates into measurable benefits that continue throughout the entire growing season. Plants grown in cover-cropped soil display enhanced vigor and resilience from the moment they germinate. The improved soil structure provides better water retention, meaning your plants experience less stress during dry periods and require less frequent watering. The naturally elevated nitrogen levels, courtesy of legume cover crops, fuel vigorous growth without requiring additional fertilizer inputs. Pest pressure often decreases dramatically because healthy soil produces healthier plants that better resist pest attacks and diseases. The reduced workload cannot be overstated either. Gardeners who use fall cover crops consistently report needing less fertilizer, less pest management, and significantly less water supplementation throughout the growing season. What seemed like effort in the fall, simply planting seeds, transforms into savings of time, money, and resources for the entire year ahead. Your spring planting becomes easier because the soil is already loose, well aggregated, and alive. Seedlings establish faster, root systems develop more robustly, yields increase noticeably. This isn't luck or magic, it's the result of maintaining soil as a living, thriving ecosystem throughout the year, rather than allowing it to become sterile and depleted during winter months. The beauty of the fall cover crop secret is its accessibility to every gardener, regardless of experience level or garden size. Whether you manage a sprawling vegetable garden, a collection of raised beds, or simple container plantings, cover crops can be adapted to your situation. For nitrogen-fixing benefits, incorporate legumes like hairy vetch or crimson clover into your fall planting plan. If soil compaction is a concern in your garden, consider tillage radish with its powerful deep taproot that breaks through hardpan and compacted layers. For maximum organic matter accumulation and exceptional weed suppression, winter rye is your champion. It's hardy, vigorous, and produces tremendous biomass. Many gardeners experiment with blends, combining several cover crop species to capture multiple benefits simultaneously. The timing of planting is crucial for success. You want to establish your cover crop after your main garden harvest ends, but early enough that plants develop substantial root systems before the ground freezes. In most climates, this means late August through October, though your specific region's first frost date should guide your decisions. Come spring, most cover crops are simply mowed down and worked into the soil, or in a no-till approach, cut and left as a protective mulch layer before planting directly into the residue. Now you understand the secret that transforms gardens year after year. Your soil never stops growing when you plant fall cover crops. It remains an active, productive ecosystem even through the coldest months. The effort you invest now will multiply into easier garden management, healthier plants, and more abundant harvests throughout the coming year. I encourage you to try this practice in your own garden this fall. Select cover crops that address your specific soil needs, plant them soon, and watch the underground transformation unfold. Share your cover crop journey with us in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your experiences and the changes you observe in your soil come spring. Don't forget to subscribe to Soil Sorcery Studio for more practical, earth-honoring gardening wisdom. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And please share this guide with fellow gardeners in your community who are ready to unlock the secret to ever-growing, thriving soil. Together, we're building a community of gardeners who understand that healthy soil is the foundation of everything we grow. Happy planting, and here's to your most vibrant garden yet.